Arithmetic mean. Today we're going to study and discuss what is arithmetic mean is, and how to find it, and how to answer problem involving arithmetic mean. Let's discuss first the definition of arithmetic mean. The first and the last terms of an arithmetic sequence are referred to as arithmetic extremes. So those are the extremes, the first and the last term. The term between the first and the last term of an arithmetic sequence is are called arithmetic means or mean. In this example, if we have 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, we know that this is an arithmetic sequence that has a common difference of 10. Now let's try to identify which are the extremes and the means. 21 is the first term and 61 is the last term. Therefore, these two are considered arithmetic extremes. The number between the first term and the last term is what we call the arithmetic means. Numbers inserted between two numbers so that the resulting set of numbers become an arithmetic sequence. If we have two numbers like 2 and 8, if we put a number here or a number or numbers here between them, and it makes them an arithmetic sequence, therefore, the number that we inserted between them is considered as an arithmetic mean. Now let's try to answer the following questions regarding arithmetic mean. Number one, what is the arithmetic mean between 10 and 24? Let's illustrate the question by putting a line between 10 and 24, signifying that we need to put something between them, and that is the arithmetic mean. All we have to do now is to add 10 and 24 and divide it into 2. 10 plus 24 is 34, then 34 divided by 2 is 17. Therefore, 17 is an arithmetic mean of 10 and 24. To check if 17 is correct, we just need to subtract 10 to 17, and the answer is 7. 24 to 17, the answer is also 7. And if we get to the same difference, therefore, this is an arithmetic mean, this is an arithmetic sequence, and 17 is the arithmetic mean. Number 2. What is the arithmetic mean between -2 and 58? Same illustration, we need to put a line between them, and let's add 2 and 58. -2 and 58. -2 and 58 is equal to 56. And 56 divided by 2 is 28. Now we have the arithmetic mean of 28. Let's check if this is correct. 28 minus -2 is 30. Then 58 minus 28 is 30. We have a common difference of 30, therefore it is an arithmetic sequence, and 28 is an arithmetic mean. Number 3. What is the arithmetic mean between 15x and 23x? Again, we need to illustrate it by putting a line between them. Then we need to add 15x to 23x. 15x plus 23x is equal to 38x. 38x divided by 2 is equals to 19x. So I have 19x here. Now let's try to check this. 19x minus 15x is equal to 4x. 23x minus 19x is equal to 4x. So we have 4x as our common difference, and that makes this sequence an arithmetic sequence. And 19x is the arithmetic mean. Now let's proceed to another set of example. Let's go to example number 7 and let's go to number 1. Insert 3 arithmetic mean between 8 and 16. Now we don't need to put a single line between 8 and 16. Instead, we're going to illustrate this by putting 3 lines between them, or 3 blank lines between them, signifying that 8 is our a sub 1, Second, the first blank is a sub 2, followed by a sub 3, a sub 4, and 16 will be our last term, and that is a sub 5. Now we need to identify the lowest possible, the lowest available term. And we're going to signify that as a sub k. So a sub k is the lowest available term. And a sub n is our last term. So if we're going to compare the subscript of the following, the value of k should be 1, and the value of our n is 5. Now take note of that because we are going to use that in solving the problem. Now using this formula, the common difference is equal to a sub n, or the last term, minus a sub k, or the lowest given term, all over n minus k. So again, our a sub n is 16 and our a sub k is 8. So 16 minus 8, and the value of our k is 1 and the value of our n is 5. So that is 5 minus 1. Let's simplify it. 16 minus 8 is 8. 5 minus 1 is 4. Then let's divide this. 8 divided by 4 is 2. We now have our common difference. All we have to do now is to add 2 to 8 and then on a succeeding term. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. And 12 plus 2 is 14. And that is the three arithmetic mean between 8 and 16. For our next example, insert 4 arithmetic mean between negative 5 and 15. So again, let's illustrate this by putting 4 blanks between negative 5 and 15 because we're asked to find 4 arithmetic means. It should have S. So now let's solve this by identifying what are a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5, and our a sub 6. Now the lowest available term is 5, a sub 1, and that should be our a sub k. And the last term is a sub 6, and that would be our a sub n. Now let's go to our formula. Let's solve for d in order for us to find the answer on this problem. So to solve for d, let's use this formula. A sub n minus k all over n minus k. So we have the value of our a sub n is 15 and the value of our a sub k is negative 5. And again, the value of our n is 6 and the value of our k is 1. So let's substitute all the values that we have. Negative 15 minus negative 5 all over 6 minus 1. So we have 20 over 5. Then 20 divided by 5 is 4. Now we have our common difference of 4. All we need to do is to add this to negative 5. So that would become negative 1. Plus 4 it will become 3. Plus 4 it will become 7. And plus 4 it will become 11. And these are our 4 arithmetic means between negative 5 and 15. Let's go to our third example. Find the missing terms of the arithmetic sequence blank, 6, blank, blank, and 30. So the sequence are already illustrated. So all we need to do is to copy it and identify the first term, the second term, the third term, fourth term, and the fifth term. In this case, the lowest possible term we have is a sub 2 or 6. And our a sub n or the last term is a sub 5. So we have the value of our the value of our k is 2 and the value of our n is 5. So all we need to do is to solve for d again, and let's substitute the values of a sub n, a sub k, n, and k to the formula. So our a sub n is 30, our a sub k is 6, then our common difference are all over n, which is 5, and minus 2. So we have 24 over 3. 24 over 3 is 8. So we have now a common difference of 8. All we have to do now first to get a sub 1, we need to subtract 8 to negative 4. So we have negative 2. Then we need to add 8 to 6. That will become 14. Then we add 8 to 14. That will become 22. And add 8 to 22 to make it 30. So the answers are negative 2, 14, and 20. So that's all for arithmetic mean. Thank you for listening and hope you enjoyed the video and hope that it helps you. Bye bye.